Hey, before we get into this is one of the stronger cases. I have researched it, so stick around till the end.
What if the Bermuda Triangle's biggest mystery was never in the sky, but on the ocean floor? Between 1945 and the present day, over 1,000 people have vanished inside a roughly 500,000 square mile stretch of ocean between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. Ships, aircraft, entire flight squadrons, some disappeared without a single distress call. Some vanished mid-sentence over the radio. For decades, the Bermuda Triangle has been the world's most famous unsolved mystery. But in early 2026, a research team mapped the ocean floor beneath it in more detail than ever before. And what they found wasn't what anyone expected. The most famous case is Flight 19, 5 US Navy bomber planes that vanished during a routine training mission in December 1945. 14 crew members disappeared. The final radio transmissions described broken compasses, disorientation, and an ocean that didn't look right. No wreckage was ever found. A rescue plane sent to search for them vanished too. 13 more men gone, with no trace. Since then, dozens of ships and aircraft have followed the same pattern. The USS Cyclops, a Navy cargo ship with over 300 people aboard, disappeared in 1918 without sending a single distress signal. To this day, it remains the largest single loss of life in US Navy history not caused by combat. For years, the most credible scientific explanation involved something called methane hydrates, ice-like deposits trapped beneath the seafloor capable of releasing massive underwater eruptions of gas. The theory suggests that when these deposits destabilize, they release gas bubbles large enough to drastically reduce water density. Ships caught above a release like this could lose buoyancy and sink within minutes, far too fast to send a distress call. Released into the air, the same gas could interfere with aircraft engines and instruments, potentially explaining disoriented final transmissions like the ones from Flight 19. It's a compelling theory. Methane hydrates are real, and they do exist in large quantities beneath the triangle's continental shelf, but it may not be the whole story. In early 2026, a joint research team completed a high-resolution sonar mapping of the seafloor across the triangle's most historically active zones, expecting to find the cratered, gas-vented terrain the methane theory predicted. Instead, large sections of the mapped area showed something unusual. Unusually smooth, glass-like patches of seafloor, the kind of surface typically associated with intense, highly localized heat events, rather than gradual gas seepage. Researchers involved in the mapping have been cautious about jumping to conclusions. Glassy seafloor formations aren't unheard of. They can result from underwater volcanic activity or lightning strikes on shallow terrain. But the scale and placement of these formations, concentrated specifically within the triangle's most notorious zones, wasn't something the existing models fully predicted. To be clear, no wreckage, black boxes, or physical remains of missing vessels have been found in connection with these formations. The heat event theory, whatever its cause, remains preliminary and unconfirmed. Skeptics point out that the Bermuda Triangle isn't statistically more dangerous than any other heavily trafficked stretch of ocean once you account for the sheer volume of ships and planes that cross it every year. The Coast Guard doesn't classify it as an unusually hazardous region, but statistics don't fully explain radio transmissions describing an ocean that didn't look right. They don't explain a cargo ship with 300 crew members vanishing without a single signal. And now, They don't fully explain a seafloor that looks like it was scorched by something researchers can't yet identify. Is the Bermuda Triangle simply an ordinary stretch of dangerous ocean made mysterious by decades of storytelling? Or is there something in that geology, something the methane theory only partially explains, that hasn't been fully mapped yet? Until researchers can explain exactly what created those glass-smooth patches on the ocean floor, the Bermuda Triangle keeps its title. Not as the most dangerous place on Earth, but as one of the very few places science still can't fully explain. Personally, what stands out to me most is the location of these formations, not scattered randomly, but concentrated exactly where the disappearances happened. Maybe that's a coincidence, maybe it isn't. I'd genuinely like to know what you think caused it.